All right, welcome to Pacific Push and Taste Radio Dash Radio. It's your host, Ogee Money, hottest in the beach, coldest in the streets. I'm still in Guam, New Wave Studios, and this is round two with my man Spell Rell, man, from New Haven, Connecticut. What's up, my brother?
Good with you,
man, first and foremost, thank you for sitting down with me for the second time.
Yeah.
We had little issues with the first one with the audio. We had a great conversation, and we're just going to keep it going for the listeners. So, you're originally from New Haven, Connecticut.
Yes, sir.
You out here in Guam, rapper, very versatile with the styles and the flow as well.
Appreciate it.
And you know, I know music is important to you. You grew up in it. Your father was a DJ in Boston, so just give us some, you know, a little some of the backstory.
Yeah, man. So from New Haven, like you said, grew up around music. Father was always pushing music, always playing a diverse array of records, and I picked it up really at around 6 or 7. You know what I mean? I think before that, I was in a different neighborhood and on a different side of New Haven, and when I really picked up rap was when I moved, and to start it off, it was definitely B.I.G. that had my interest and sparked my ear, and then it just snowballed from there. All the East Coast rappers, you know what I mean?
And bigger with B.I.G., man, specifically the album Ready to Die.
Big facts, yeah.
You know, that changed my life. And, you know, we spoke about it offline, cassette tape. It was just ahead of its time. And you know, that area, tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, you know, we're all merged. And I feel sometimes Connecticut does get overlooked, you know, as far as with talent and rap.
Yeah.
One of my earliest guests was Trapaholics, and he was from Connecticut. And I spoke to him about having to find his groundwork with Southern artists, the Wakas, the Gucci, and you know, he made his way back. Do you feel there's any similarities as far as being that you're from Connecticut, you're in Guam, you've traveled the world? Is it important for you to still have that like a fan base and core on the East Coast, or what's your vision for you and your brand?
Yeah, so Connecticut doesn't have the like a big name yet, but they, you know, I mean, we do have some hitters out there right now. We got Webby, who was coming up. He's really about the same age as me, but my inspiration still came from the East Coast area. You know what I mean? I was the Jadakiss, Cassidy, you know, Beanie, Jay-Z. Those dudes were 50, of course. You know what I mean? Those dudes are the ones that I really tapped into, and you know what I mean? Just the lyricism of what they bring to the table. Is what inspired me. So yeah, Connecticut doesn't have any yet, you know what I mean? I say that yet because we're long overdue, you know what I'm saying? We're long overdue for someone to step out and represent not only the state, but you know what I mean, the different cities in New Haven and whatnot, you know what I mean? We're only like an hour from the Bronx.
Yeah.
So we're heavily influenced by the city, you know what I mean? So yes, we're long overdue.
I agree. We're united, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the major radio stations, and look, I do radio, I have mine, but I still have to pay homage to the stations that, you know, I was raised on. Hot 97s, and
facts.
Hot 97 was the holy grail. And
Right.
we're all listeling to the same music. We're all still
Yeah, we pick it up, we're right there, yeah, we pick it up. We pick up.
You know, cats is going to Foxwood and doing whatever they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Losing a bag of Foxwood, winning a bag, yeah.
Yeah, so,
for sure.
So how did you make that step from Connecticut, Germany to now Guam? You're in Guam.
Yeah, so it's been a long road, but it's definitely one that was needed. You know what I mean? And growing up out in Connecticut, I didn't really know a lot of people in the military, and it was a bad environment for me. I was into drugs at an early age, and Connecticut just started to just be bad for me. You know what I mean? As far as the people I was around, the environment I was in. So I moved to Maryland, where my dad was at. My parents have been separated for a while, and my dad was in Maryland. So I moved out there to D.C., and that's when I met my ex-wife, who, you know what I mean, took me from Maryland to D.C. I was doing like State Farm, and she took me from there and put me in Germany. And the music is something that's always been in my heart. You know what I mean? I've always done it. I always had that vision and that dream to do something with it, but just when I got to Germany is when I really had my first opportunity to do it, you know what I mean? And I was just sitting in the barbershop, you know what I'm saying? Getting my haircut one day, and there was a flyer for a rap battle. And that's what really got me started on it. I'd always watch rap battles. Like I said, Cassidy's one of my favorite rappers.
Great.
And I'd never done one really like that, but I was like, you know what I mean? Let me try and see what I could do. I ended up doing 3 of them, took first place in one of them, and it took a break from there, really, because the ex wasn't really fucking with it like that. She didn't get the aggressiveness of the battle situation, so seeing me in that light was different than what she's ever seen me before. Yeah. But so we had some issues with that, and so I gave it a break for a minute. I came out to Guam, and I met, this group of people at maybe 2 weeks being here, and ended up not working with the wifey, but I think it was for the best because it put me where I needed to be as far as where I am right now. It gave me the second chance, opportunity to pick up something that I always loved and to really pursue it with no restrictions or nothing to hold me back from it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I picked it up and I've been running ever since. I met J-Dot, we locked in for a whole year straight, just started working. And we haven't looked up yet. And we still got our heads down. We're still with the blinders on. We got that goal and that vision in mind, and we're not gonna stop till we get it.
It's amazing. And y'all dropped a lot of music. I know, I want to say, you said during the pandemic, 52 weeks, 52 singles.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
All produced by J-Dot.
Yep. And it was a good learning experience because we had just met. We just started working with each other, and we had dabbled here and there in the music, and so we both got a chance to build our skills together. You know what I mean? And we've grown together. Just as now he's a great producer. My rap skills and what I could do on a track and just getting them shots in the gym. Yeah. Is really what makes anybody can rap, you know what I mean? It's different to be a recording artist. And that year of that constant work, just it was just a great learning experience, you know what I mean? So
what was the challenges from going from battle rap, which is different, how you approach a battle, as opposed to going and creating songs?
It's a completely different mindset because in a battle you're going against someone else. You can direct that energy against someone else. When you're in that booth, it's you versus you. You know what I'm saying? And it's completely different, but it's just as challenging, and it's just as rewarding too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So what are some of I would say, give me one pro of being out here in Guam in the Pacific on a remote island, which by the way is in the U.S. It's a territory, it's not a state. Give me one of the pros of being here as far as from an artist perspective.
Guam for me is just, other than obviously the beautiful scenery, it's the people and it's the community where everybody is tangible and touchable. It's very easy to network here. We're not on a big island. It's easy to catch people's ears. And so what Guam has allowed me to do is just cultivate my own style, my my lyricism, my artistry. It's just allowed me to cultivate it in a safe place. And I've been getting great feedback and just great criticism, great, good feedback, bad feedback, whatever it is. I've been able to get that directly from the people who listen to my shit. I see them out, you know what I'm saying? I go touch them, oh, yo, Spell, I heard that new track. Oh, yo, I heard you on the radio, da-da-da-da. And they'll give me the songs that they really like and kind of push me towards becoming that refined diamond that I need to be. You feel what I'm saying? Right now I'm a little rough around the edges, but being on Guam, that small community, and being able to touch the listeners like that, it really, it sharpens you up.
And I can tell that, the people know you and your music because I have reached out to somebody who's here. Shout out to Shanice. Yeah. She's the one who put me on to your music and helped broker some of these relationships with these different individuals. Yeah. Now, gave us one pro. What is the con of being out here on this island, what you're trying to do in new ways collectively with the music? It's
the same thing as the pro. We're a small market, you know what I mean? And you can only, if you're just focused on Guam, it gets small quick. Out of the people that are on Guam, there's only so many people that listen to hip hop, you know what I'm saying? In this genre, so, but with the beauty of the internet, you can start here, create buzz, check that algorithm off, and it's gonna push you to places that are close by. It's gonna push you to the West Coast. It's gonna push you to Cali, Oregon. It's gonna push you to Korea, Japan, Philippines. It's gonna push you those places. So it's just a matter of building here and expanding from it, you know what I mean? With the internet, the world is still small, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So nothing's untouchable and unreachable.
You're right, and even when he says close, like, and when you're on the Pacific, when you're on islands like this, close as 3 hours at minimum. You know,
right,
so
right.
it's definitely, it has its challenges, but this is a beautiful place, and I've been fortunate enough to spend some time here for a week, and there's just so much talent. You know, J Dot, like I have to mention him because the music he's helping, he's building it, right?
Course,
he's
yeah,
building it with you.
course,
Raj, everyone else, Rajon.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's so, you know, if as long as you keep pushing, and that sounds cliche because it's the brand, but if you keep pushing, eventually you'll break through the way you need to break through. I want to talk about pushing, like, so what song are you pushing right now? I've heard a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? I've heard a lot of the music.
At the moment right now, I'm pushing a song called You Don't Like Me. I had a situation here where I was just getting, it wasn't even a lot of people, it was one or a few, like a group of people who was just giving me hate, you know what I mean? And you can have 100 nice comments and good feedback, but that one, especially if it's close to you and you don't know where it's coming from, is going to stay with you. So I had to speak on it, and it's a message to not just them, but to anybody who's ever hated on anybody. You know what I'm saying? Hate is not cool. We're here to spread love. If someone's got the courage and the strength to go after what they want, you can't do nothing but respect it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's called YDLM, or You Don't Like Me. It's out right now. Spotify, iTunes, all that.
Big TikTok moves. He got his shirt off. He's dancing on the beach, and
yeah.
You know, produced by J Dot, right?
Of course, yeah.
Every time they play the record in the studio, I'm like, who made that? He's like, yo, come on, bro. Like, I'm producing it.
Yeah.
Because your sound, and I do want to ask you, like, so how would you define your sound?
I think that's something I'm still trying to figure out. Like you said, I'm kind of versatile. Like I sent you that track about, and it's pretty much R&B. Yeah. But my main influence and what I listen to on a regular is real lyricism. So I try to blend the melodic and the lyricism together. Yeah. And I could do a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out how to blend that. And J-Dot's been instrumental as far as finding that sound and what I'm comfortable on. You know what I mean? He knows me pretty well. And so it's still a work in progress. But for me, you could definitely get a little bit of everything. You could definitely get the melodic tracks. You could definitely get the ones you could turn on in the club, and you definitely got the ones you can play for your girl when you chilling. You know?
What, yo? Speaking of that, right? So the track is right up right now, man. Look, I'll show you. I was over here watching it, and the spells over here. I put it on my social media, and the song is called "Not the Only Time." I go, this is balcony backshot music. You get what I'm saying? What that means to me is, hey, you got a beautiful woman, you're listening to this song, you know what's gonna happen, you know, some cheeks is gonna get clapped. If somebody jumped in my DM like, what does that mean? I can't explain it. You have to hit spell up for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yes, you are very versatile. I love that record. We're gonna support it, obviously. DJ Heartless, I'm working with him now. Shout out to Heartless, the whole team. And we wish you nothing but continued success, brother. Like, appreciate do what you got to do. You got everything here that you need. Like, there's nothing else that's needed but more work and just breaking through. So I think that's great. Now, I do want to hit the G's favorite things. I didn't get a chance for the last go round. So, who is your favorite battle rapper?
It's got to be Cassidy. As far as like greatest of all, in my mind, he's the greatest of all time. You can't really put no one above Cass. Like
Cass is nice.
He's that dude. But he's from the older generation. Some of the new dudes coming up right now, I really fuck with this dude named Roan. He's out of Philly.
Okay.
He's been tearing up KOTD. But there's a lot of guys. Arsenal, Conceited. There's a lot of guys out there doing their thing. But For one person, if I had to choose one, it would be Cassidy, for sure.
Yeah, I gotta get my interview. I got T-Rex. Me and Rex had a long conversation about that too. Me and Rex. Shout out to Rex.
Yeah, word.
What's your favorite Green Day song?
Green Day song. It's hard to choose, but the album Dookie. The album Dookie is just, man, I remember listening to that, like doing little kid shit, like, you know what I mean? Like doing little kid shit, playing in the street, you know what I mean? Just so I can still throw that album on and damn near know most of the words to that shit, for sure. Yeah.
All right, so what is your favorite thing to do on Guam outside of recording?
It's got to be the beach, man. It's got to be. You know what I mean? Grow up in New Haven, we're on the water. You know what I mean? We got beaches, but it's nothing like what it is here. Yeah. Long Island Sound in New Haven. I'm sorry, it's beautiful, but it doesn't compare to what we got here. And so the beach is just a place where it just reminds me how blessed I am, how far I've come, to be thankful. and to just go after, you know what I mean, what I want. So it's definitely got to be the beach.
Hey, those are good things, man. Life is good. You blessed. Before we get out of here, man, let the people know how they can get in contact with you, your social media handles, how to stream all the music, all 52 songs in 1 year, and on top of everything else.
Yeah, it's on IG, it's at Spell Rell. Pretty much everywhere it's at Spell Rell. TikTok, it's the real Spell. Follow me. We got a lot of stuff coming up. It's already a lot out, but the best is yet to come. So, yeah, man.
You know what it is, man.
Spell Rell.
Spell Rell in the building. G Money Pacific Push. Hottest in the beach in Hawaii. Got one of the hottest in Guam. I say one of them because they're collective. So shout out to New Wave Studio, man. The whole team. Appreciate y'all. We're going to tap in, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
That's what it is.
Sir.